tell me just a little bit about you and your background and where you work and what you're all about?
Okay, great. Little bit about me. Hi, everyone. I'm Rehnaz, and I moved to United States in 2013.
Did you believe that you would become a homeowner and buy a house someday?
I'm very ambitious. Yes, I did. I was like, I'm always a go-getter. If I want something, I go get it. I work hard for it. I knew one day I'm gonna have a house. I'm gonna have my dream car. I'm gonna have my dream room that I wanna build to. So I had that ambition, but after 12 years, it happened all because of you, Amy.
Oh, I wouldn't say that, Rehnaz. It was, the phrase, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it
Yep.
definitely takes a village to get a first-time home buyer into a house. And you had an amazing village around you
Thank you.
throughout the whole process. And that was a
Yes.
testament to who you are and
Thank you. Thank
your
you.
tenacity and your faith in this whole process. So, how long had you been wanting to buy a house?
Um, I have been wanting to buy a house for over like 8, 9 years, but first, my goal was okay, let me get a degree because I was like, after the degree, we can get a house, whatever the price range you want. I didn't want a house where people lived into, so I wanted like a new build
You want
that
it
was
brand
all
new.
brand new. I didn't want to like do all the renovations and things like that. So I was like, I'll get a brand new. And then after that, from there, I can do whatever I want and I can decorate however I want. So it's been quite time, but I've been looking at houses, went in person from 2023. That's when I
Two
started.
years. So 2 years,
Yeah,
you like seriously, like I know I
yeah,
want to do this and really wanting it badly.
yes,
And and that's very interesting. You knew all along you wanted a brand new home.
yep.
So when you walked into the New Centuries communities, did you know instantly that that was the house for you?
So I looked at many communities. Like I looked at El Grove, hated it. Sorry, I cannot. I'm like, no, this is
Not
not
for
for me.
everybody. Elk Grove's,
Yes,
nice for some people, but
yes,
yeah.
but not for me.
Yep.
And then I was also looking at like school districts, right?
Yes.
Um, and then I looked at El Grove, I looked at like Delta Shores, I looked at Natomas. There's like many bills. I looked in Roseville, I looked in Folsom too. I didn't like any of that. And I one day Century Communities just popped up on my Instagram as I was browsing through, and I was like, okay. I told my husband and my realtor, and I was like, okay, we're gonna go see the house here. And we just came on a Saturday and we put in that day down payment on that house. Like
I,
that's the
I
day.
was looking back. I believe that I was introduced to you in March.
Yes, in
Yes.
March. Yes,
Yes.
that's the time I first came here and with Shivana, my realtor.
Yes.
And I came and I saw, I think so, all of the new builds that they had, all of the model houses. And that's when I was like, can we see like a new build? And Rick was so amazing that he was like, okay, let's go the new one that's just built and let's just see it. So I like the community, how calm Century Communities is in they are very exclusive. So when
Yes.
you walk in, you feel like, oh, I'm welcomed here. That's how I felt. So I'm like, okay, this is it.
Wow, you just knew it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I swear that's how it is with all people that find their home. It's like almost finding your person. It's like
Yes.
this is my home. I know it's for me. This is the one. So at
Yes.
that stage, you had put a deposit down with it was Rick Plasterer from
Yes.
New Century Communities, who is absolutely amazing. And then your realtor was Shabana Prasad, correct?
Yes.
And she was
Yes.
also phenomenal. So you had two agents working for you because Rick
Yes.
up for the builder, of course. Um,
Yes.
so at that stage, what were you thinking that the process was going to be like after you put the deposit down?
I will be very honest. I didn't really like know most of the process, But Rick was amazing and Shivana. They told me how things gonna be. Rick was like, "Oh, this is what we're gonna do." He gave me call. He was like, "Okay, this is what we're gonna do." And then like they told me what the process will be like. Like you walking in, not knowing anything, barely knowing anything, and they're there for you. That's how I felt.
You knew you had
Yeah.
a team working for you
Yes.
that had your back and was going to support you no matter what through the process.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
at what stage did you figure out that this might be a little more challenging than we had initially thought?
So that's we were approved for loans, right? And then suddenly one of the day, the agent that I worked with before, he calls me around like 1 or 2 p.m. I was at work and he goes, Rehnaz, guess what? And he was like, your husband's credit dropped.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, some kind of student loan kicked in, and here's me googling what is going on with the student loans, and he is like, this is the national news. Around 5 o'clock, he sends me the
Yes.
article, and he was like, this is the national thing. A lot of people is dropping like 120 points, and his boom, 90 points dropped.
Yep.
That was like a very devastating point because I was like, so March, June, I was like, March, April, I might will be moving in my new house,
Your heart
all
was
that.
in it. You were invested. You were
Ye-
already living there in your mind.
yes,
Yeah. So just to clarify,
yes,
back that in January, a lot of the student loans became due and payable, and a lot
yes.
of the student loan companies did not send out proper notification to the people that have the student loans, and your husband was one of them. And actually, with your husband, he actually had the lender. I uncovered this. The
Okay,
lender had a typo on the address of your information, and that is
yes.
why he didn't get the notification that it had gone into repayment, because really it was a small payment. Of course you guys would have paid it.
Yes, that was the main thing, and no email notification or anything because they
Yeah,
moved. He
right,
used to be Sally Mae, now it was Navian or
right.
something, and that's what happened. But I I was like, okay, I'll pay it off. My husband had to be on the line for like 2, 3 hours with them,
Yep.
figuring out because they didn't know his address, no email notification, nothing, and it just boom, they drop it on you.
Right, right. Yep.
Yeah.
They get reported to the credit bureaus, and that's that.
Yeah.
So his credit went from, like, the high 680s to um five.
Like,
I want to say it was 562 when I met you.
yes. It
Yeah.
was like 90 or 120 points that it dropped.
Hmm.
Boom. And I was pissed at
Oh,
that.
yeah, I bet.
I called him and I was like, did you know you had a student loan? He's like, what is student loan? It's been 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so 15 years, and then he was paying it. I was like parent plus loan with it too. So I was like, figure it out.
Right, exactly. So that is how we actually met, because the
Yes.
builder's lender had told you that basically they couldn't help you. Is that right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
then Rick Plaster referred you to me. And
Yes.
I remember meeting you for the first time, and I remember thinking to myself, this is going to be a homeowner. She is going to work through this. I
And
knew I knew you had so much heart invested into it, and I knew one thing that it takes when somebody like you gets into the situation where the loan gets a little bit more difficult and there's
yes.
a lot more hoops to jump through. The one thing that is so necessary is for somebody like you to be Johnny on the spot and to
Yeah.
listen to us and to follow instructions and do what we ask. And
Yeah.
Renaz, you got an A plus plus plus. Every
Thank
single
you.
time we asked you to do anything, you did it, and you did it fast. So
Yes.
that really helped. I mean, that's why, when this was all done and said, I was like, you did this, Rehnaz. You were the one
Thank you.
that walked through every hoop we asked you to walk through and jump through and all the things. So
Yeah.
I think we already talked about, how you felt, knowing you put a deposit down, knowing
Yes.
that, you had your heart set on this house. You didn't want to lose the house. It was a really good deal on a,
Yeah.
brand new home. And this was your home, and
Yes.
so at that stage, were you just like, okay, we're gonna do whatever it takes?
That's how I was feeling every single day. Like every single day when I'm like that, oh, did Rebecca message me? Did Rebecca email me? Did Amy text me? Every
Yes,
single day.
yes,
I'm
yes,
like, every single day. I want this. I know I will get it. You put the positivity out there in
yes.
itself. You were a strong believer every single day, Amy. I was like, you were like, when you tell me, be calm, it's gonna happen. It's
Yep.
gonna happen. So I'm like, okay. Amy will text me later on. That's how I felt. I had my mind and heart set up and I knew it's gonna happen and I knew you guys gonna make it happen. Like when you talk to someone and that person doesn't leave you and it's always there with you from the day I talked to you, then you messaged me, like, you know, you felt that it will happen. That's how I felt with you. Like Amy will make it happen every single day.
Aw.
I told my husband every day, I was like, Amy will make it happen.
You have a lot of faith in me.
Yes.
So, but you said a key thing is you said that you believed that it would happen. And
Yes.
believe it or not, I think you probably know this now, but one of the number one reasons why people never buy a home is
Mm-hmm.
because they don't believe it's possible. And I have seen so many people get to the
Mm-hmm.
point where you got to
Ah,
and give up. And so your belief and your faith and staying positive and putting one foot in front of the other, and even when
yes.
it didn't feel like it was going to happen, you did it anyways. you know
Yes.
I mean, and there was a time period where I was like, okay, we've done everything that we can do because we did the credit repair. You paid down all your debt. All your husband's, wasn't very much. You
Yes.
paid down his credit cards to the level that we asked you to, based on what our simulator was telling us to get
Yes.
his credit score up high enough, where he could get qualified. And then I said, okay, well, guess what? Now we sit and wait.
Yes.
So, so we waited for a good 4 to 6 weeks. And
Yes. Yes.
this is why I always say God's time, right? And
Yes.
also, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. And it
Yes.
just so happened during that time period, the housing market kind of slowed down, and there really were no like bidders on the house that you had a deposit down on. And so
Yeah.
Rick was able to hold that house for you that whole time, which is a testament to him. I mean, he was phenomenal throughout the process. And then, after we realized that, we're like, oh my gosh, his credit score went up, and
Yes.
it went up to, like, what was it, 30 points it went up?
I think it went to 592,
Yep,
and then his FICO went up too, and that's when you're like, I can work with this. Yeah, let's do it. It was like around 5 o'clock. I was like, Amy, you text me. You were like 6 o'clock. You're like around 6. You messaged me back. It was like,
yep,
we can do this,
yep.
and I was like, oh, okay, let's do it.
Let's do this. So, I mean, at that stage, I thought that would be a slam dunk, and it wasn't.
Yes,
We came into some more roadblocks. We had,
yes,
some other debts that came up, and we got declined by a couple of different banks. And
yes,
we were on our third bank, and I remember, and I don't know if you remember this conversation, but I remember this clear as day. Um, we had submitted for loan approval,
yes,
and I asked you, I said, Renaz, can I ask you, what is the one thing that you want more than anything in this home ownership? What are you dreaming of doing in the home? Like, what do you think about when you think of owning a home? Do you remember what
yes.
you told me?
I don't. Do you?
Oh my gosh, no, I've told so many people this story. So,
Wait.
okay. So you told me, you said, Amy, my whole life I have lived with other people. And I
Yes.
came here to America and I live with my in-laws, I live with other people, and I've never owned anything. And you said the
Yes.
only thing that I want is I want to see my name on the title
The
of the home.
title, yep.
And I get chills just thinking of it because, I
Yes.
mean, I'll be upfront with you. You know,
Yeah.
most Americans would say, "Oh, we're dreaming of, cooking in the kitchen or having a barbecue." But because you said, I just want my name on the title to the house, that
Yes.
just like spoke volumes to me. And it honestly wanted me, I wanted to fight harder for you at that point. I was like, we're getting this loan for her no matter what. So I have to tell you that there was a point during the process that, there was some things that came up, and I'm gonna spare you the gory details. I was concerned at the very end, like, is this gonna happen? And I did it with you. I was like, okay, Amy, just visualize Rehnaz
Yes.
and Ollie's name on the title of the house. And that like helped me. So it's
Ye-
like, okay, here we go. And
Yes.
so at the very end, tell me like what did you do in addition to like visualization, what did you do to stay positive the last maybe 2 or 3 weeks when we weren't sure, when everything was up in there, what did you do to stay positive about everything?
Staying positive in life is really hard, but manifesting what you want and every day thinking about, oh, if I have gotten to this part right here, I can get to this every single day as I drove back home from work. I would think, there's nothing bad. I don't think positive, only good vibes there. God will make it happen every day. He knows you're hardworking. He knows there's hardworking people behind you. It's gonna make it happen. Just stay positive and manifest it. Like, I want this. I'm gonna fail 100 times, but I'm gonna stand up and redo it. You fail 100 times and you try it again. Don't lose
Get up
hope.
again.
Get up again. Like,
Yes.
I've failed many times, but I have never lost that hope. Oh, I can't do this. My mentality was like, if one cannot happen, I'm going to try another way. I'm going to keep on going until I
Yes.
get it. You keep on trying because you try. If you don't try, it's not going to happen. You don't know how it feels. So that was my thing. I'm going to try it again. We're going to try. If this doesn't happen in a month, I'm going to try it again next month. We're going to do it again. So that was my main thing. I was like, I'm going to try it again. So having that mentality, like every day, if I fail once, I'm going to try it again.
It's just that steadfast
Yes.
tenacity that, keeping your eye on the ball and the end goal.
Yes.
So, can you describe the way that you felt when we told you that your loan funded and the house was yours?
Oh my God, I mean, I was at work in the kitchen when you told me. I just got done with a patient. I was in the kitchen when I was talking to you. My tears are dripping, and I felt like when your shoulders are hella heavy, right?
Yes,
You I felt that relief on the shoulder,
yes.
like it felt so lightweight, and it's still unbelievable that this is gonna be happening. Like, my tears are dripping. I have a black eye and I have
Oh,
a patient in like 15 minutes,
yeah.
and this is how I'm like standing, and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening right now. I'm shaking. I still can't get over. I get goosebumps. I felt like, that shoulder feeling light. This
Hmm.
is happening. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember that day how you and Rebecca, both of you guys were like, Renas. I was like, what? Oh my God, it's a good news, bad news. Oh my God. I knew it.
We were
Yes.
so excited to tell you
Oh
that.
my God.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, there are some um there are some loans that are just special, and this one was so special in so many ways because of your history and your story and just how amazing of a person you were and how much you were helpful to us, and like you wanted it. We saw how much you wanted it.
Thank you.
Um, So tell me, like, how was it working with our team and just a little bit about the process and your thoughts on working with my team and I?
Amy, every day I rave about you, every single
Oh,
person I meet, because you're one of the person who, like, when you go to many people will feel like you're an outsider. They're just there to do the job. But you and your team made me feel like I'm one of your own. And you treated me like a family. There was no judgment with everything going around us. You kept kept me very informative, like everything, every single process. This is what's gonna happen. If you have any question, reach out. This is what we're gonna do. You and your team, like, are one of the most amazing team I have ever worked with. Like, you guys are on your toes. Amy,
thank
like, every person, like, if they are having hardship and things like that, they need to come to you. Like any kind of loan process, you made it seem so easy, but there was so much hurdles in it. Like, you didn't make me feel like I was worthy enough. Like, you made me feel that this is, we're gonna do it. Like, a lot, yeah, I'm worthy of like being part of this team with
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that positivity and everything that
Mhm.
surround you and your team. I can't like every
That
single
makes
day.
me so happy that that's the way that you felt because that's the way we want you to feel. Once you
Yes.
come into our world, you are part of our family. And,
Yes.
my motto is mortgage made easy. So, um, I, I aspire to make the process easy and simple for all first-time home buyers. So, can you just explain like what you felt like when you guys got the keys? And I got cute pictures of you guys, and thank you so much for sharing those cute pictures. But what was it like when you and Ollie got your keys and you were able to like open the door to your house? Can you just share that story?
Whew. There was a very different feeling when we got the keys and we drove here and I stood outside and I'm like, I still can't believe it. I'm like holding the keys like a psychopath outside. I'm like, this is my home. And the day you told me that we are funded, Amy, I went and got a like a rug, home sweet home. I was like, I put the first thing I put, I was like, move away, everyone. We're gonna put this rug. It's a home sweet home. Is my home. Is my home. I'm holding the. My husband was like, Ali was like, he was like, what you doing? I was like, this is my home.
Oh, I
This is
love that.
like when you walk into and you feel like I did this. It's a very
Yes.
different feeling. We made it happen.
Yes, you
Yes.
did. Like just, when you come home, you feel like, ah, I did.
Yes.
Like relax, right?
Yes.
Please. Now, if you could just sum up your journey, this whole journey, into one word, what would that one word be?
Worth it.
Worth it. Oh my gosh, I love that. Worth it.
Yep. End of the day, because every single day when you drive by your driveway, you park your car,
Yeah.
it's worth it. Like having a home, Amy, or living under someone else is a very different feeling. You come home, you throw your clothes, you go into shower, feeling like there's no one. It's my home. I can do whatever I want, you know?
Yes.
Like throwing socks anywhere on after having a tired day, going and laying on a sofa however you want. Everyone needs to know, Amy, that your team and you are like, I can't even describe. Like, you guys are so freaking amazing,
Oh.
exceptional, like amazing. Everyone needs to come in. You need to be everyone's loan officer because
Oh,
not
thank you,
everyone will
Rehnaz.
make them feel that is special. Like, I feel like you made me feel so special and very like a family. Everyone
The
needs
way
to know that.
The way that you feel is a reflection of who you are, Rehnaz. You are
Thank
just an
you.
exceptional person, and I mean, you're in service, right? And you're in health services, and you absolutely deserved home ownership, and
Thank you.
I'm just so excited for you to, now be at the gateway to building long-term wealth, you know?
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
here we go. It's only going to get better from here.
Yep, yep.
Ah,
In
well,
future,
thank you
yes.
so much for spending this time with me and sharing your experience. I know how inspirational it's going to be for other people that listen to the story and see this story. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.